How I got scammed losing both my knives, a video by me. But let's start this video off with a couple of disclaimers. I'm brand new to trading. I knew I would make some beginner mistakes, but this one cost me really badly. Don't throw my friend under the bus on this one. We both fucked up. He is not to blame here. And finally, my paint art skills are deadly to witness, so, you know, don't sue me on that one or anything if you go blind. Not too long ago, I was a lucky bastard and opened a Phase 2 bayonet Doppler, and it was in factory new stat track, and I was very happy. Oh! Yes! And also, very recently, I also opened Shadow Daggers Stained in well-worn condition. Not quite as crazy, but still very fucking lucky, and I actually really liked how they looked. In fact, I liked them so much, I preferred using them over my bayonet, which made the bayonet kind of pointless to me, so I tried to sell or trade it. This led me to the esteemed CSGO lounge and put up the trade. I asked for any offers that were around 1 for 1. My goal was to acquire a new knife that was much cooler to me for around the same value. In hindsight, I should have traded for keys, then traded those keys for a knife I wanted with the leftover keys, but I was a trade noob, so. About 2 weeks into a bunch of shitty offers, I receive an ad on Steam from this fellow. He claims to be a regular trader and looks okay, I guess. The time is about 3:30 AM and I'm pretty tired. My girlfriend's asleep behind me, so I'm only typing, not speaking out loud, in the call I'm in on Skype with my friends. I talked to this guy for a while, and after some fucking poor conversational skill from him, you could see in the screenshots, fucking hell. I mean, we finally actually did get to the point where he's offering to trade any knife I asked for that gets around a 1 for 1 value for both of my knives. I didn't really want to trade my Shadow Daggers originally, but if I got something better to trade for both of my knives, then why shouldn't I? It was my understanding that he had an account where he keeps his items, since he didn't have all that much on this account. That should have been a red flag. I went for a factory new Karambit Tiger Tooth. My favourite knife in the game. This deal would have been in his favour, so I asked for some ads. We agreed and things were looking good. I was probably going to lose out on this trade slightly, but that was okay to me. Around this time, it was 4 AM at night, and the roller coaster began. He asked me if I have a friend who I can trade my knives to, so he can see that I'm not going to fuck him around. He explained that if my friend had my knives, he knows I'm not going anywhere while he acquires the knife for the trade. The friend I passed the knives to was Josh. Simple trade to my friend, and this guy trusts me, so we can get the deal done. It kind of seemed okay to me. Having a look at his profile, he claims that he was scammed and he refused to let it happen again. So he has this system in hopes that it would help ward away lazy scammers. I could respect that. I was scammed once when I was like 12 years old on RuneScape and it felt shit back then. Imagine losing something valuable like CSGO knives or whatever. That would be much worse. So I go through with it. He adds my friend Josh on Steam, he checks the knives are on Josh's account, things are looking good, and he starts to look for a knife to buy to trade with me. Another red flag. He doesn't actually have the item, he doesn't have a second account where he's got the item, he's gonna get it. Who fucking knows how long that will take? He's got to do trades for this. And this trade already took long enough. But it's 4 AM for me, I'm tired, we've been talking for like an hour, I'm willing to wait for him to just get the trade done. Next, he asks if Josh and myself are in TeamSpeak or Skype, and asks that we close that during the trade. Huge red flag, and I'm a fucking idiot for even like from that point not just saying fuck you and blocking him. Like that was weird. Even in my tired noob trader state, even I knew this was weird and said, okay, sure, just to make things go ahead smoother, but in reality, I never leave the Skype call. Next, that's right, there's more to this, he wants more from me. He says to help him find a good trade for the knife I want. I can't fucking believe this. I thought at least he'd have a fellow friend or trader to do this quick enough. But no, I've got to help him find a random link for a random trade. Before I can even start doing that, he asked me to Steam call him because he's tired of typing. I tried to avoid it and it's been such a pain to get to this point of the trade that I just fucking do it. But first, I turned down my Skype with Josh so he can't hear Josh speaking, and at this point I can no longer talk to Josh. Since I said I'd put that call down, Now, I can't really hear Josh, and I can't hear this trader either in the Steam chat, so I start messing with my settings, you know, trying to get it to work. I can't hear him talking, there must be something wrong, I don't want to lose the deal, so I'm messing around with that. I've also been pasting the entire conversation to the Skype call with Josh, and while also doing this, looking for links. And now, you know, I'm fucking with the Steam settings on top of that, so while doing this, while talking to this guy, I'm pretty busy at this point, I'm pretty distracted. While this is all going on and I'm crazy distracted, he's telling Josh to trade me back the knives so that we can get on with a trade. But he also wants Josh to trade some of his knives so that there's trust there and he knows that Josh won't go anywhere either while the knife's getting sorted. Josh really wants me to get this deal done. There's tons of craziness that's going on at this point, and he just wants to help me. So he sends the knives over in the trade link he sees in Steam from me. Lets the guy know that he's done that. And while that's going on, I'm still getting a lot of links, and he's told me that there's 2 offers going right now, and it shouldn't be that much longer. After a bit of waiting, I go back into the call with Josh, and Will's there. Will's asking about the trade and laughing at all the stupid things we've had to do, and he asks to see this trader's profile. That's when he notices this. It's my profile picture, and the name is all caps laughing with GG at the end. Which really fucking throws us off when we go quiet for a moment. Josh says, whatever, we're okay, you have the items, so it doesn't matter if this trade's fallen through, we have the items, we're safe. Which makes me go quiet. So I ask Josh the question that I'm dreading right now. I ask him what trade, because the only trade that should have happened so far is the one in which I gave him my 2 items, my 2 knives, and nothing else. And then after a little bit I ask, did you trade the knives to someone? And he says, I think I did. And after a little bit, we realize someone was posing as me, part of a group chat that was apparently going on with Josh and this person who was pretending to be me. And I was so busy with the settings and finding links, and I had the Skype call lowered because of the Steam call with this guy, who I never heard speak, that I never knew this group chat was going on, and I never knew this trade even happened. This is actually a fairly known scam, but I'm a brand new trader, and I fell for it. Let's go through all of those red flags that I brought up. Let's sort of understand and discover why he made the choices he made and how he played me and what he was thinking. So let's go to the first red flag, which was him not having many items in his inventory and me just assuming that he has valuable items like knives in another inventory and another account. Who knows why I just decided that? What I should have done is asked, where are your items? Why don't you have much? You should at least have keys on your inventory if you're a trader, right? And he probably would have run away at that point because he's screwed at that point. You know, I would have asked and then he would have had nothing to give me and that would have been it, probably. But I never asked that, so that's my fault. And the reason that he did have even any items, from his perspective, is to pretend that he's a trader and he at least has something. If his inventory was completely bare bones, nothing, then obviously he would be suspicious and maybe this trade would have never happened. Then we've got the whole making me trade my friend to prove something. Ultimately, that gains him nothing logically. I send my items over, and if I somehow fucking scam this guy, then I've lost nothing. You know, my friend just gives my knives back. It doesn't make any sense. How does that gain him trust? Obviously, we now know that was so he could do the whole impersonation thing. Don't ever do that. You know, if someone asks, okay, I want you to trade your friend, just say, all right, deal's off, you're clearly a scammer, remove them. Simple as that. It's not worth it. He asked me to stop speaking on voice communications with my friend who I sent the items to. How did I let it continue from there? It should have ended right there. Obviously, that's so we couldn't talk about the trade and stop it from happening, and we weren't talking so he could fuck us. You know, that's just like a simple thing. I really don't know how I let that happen. Then he's making me look for trade links, and he's also not actually got the items. He's revealed that he doesn't have a trader there ready or something. You know, there were so many reasons to back out of this. So if someone's making you do a lot of things in a trade, you know, to the point where you're really busy and you can't really focus on the trade and what's actually happening, stop it right there. It's a simple trade. Here's the deal. He tells you what he wants, you tell him what you want, you work out some sort of line in between that where you're both kind of happy, and then you send the trade link. Nothing else. If there's anything else, there's something fishy going on, get out of there. And there you have it. It feels pretty shitty if I'm honest, and obviously that guy's a piece of shit, but we were the idiots who fell for it. If you can find him on Steam, please do so. I really hope that that's possible, but unfortunately it has been like a day since he's done this, so he's changed his account. I can't find him anymore. The profile link that I had is now gone. It doesn't work anymore. I'll put it in the description for you guys to find, but let's try and find him. If you can, I'll reply to you in the comments. I'll post about it on Twitter, whatever. Let's fucking get this guy banned. But unfortunately, I can't find him, so I'm gonna need your help. That's my story. I feel really dumb and all, but I have learned a good lesson when it comes to trading, and I am probably a better trader for it. I just don't want to be pushed away from trading because of this, and I'd like to share my attempt to regain the money I've lost here on the channel, so look out for those videos, my journey with trading and trying to regain something of what I've lost. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the story, the terrible art, and everything. Again, I'd like to say, please do not throw Josh under the bus. Ultimately, it was my trade, and I got him involved in this scam, and he lost his shit. He doesn't deserve any hate for this. We both fucked up. But I wanted to put this out there because it's an interesting story. Even if I'm bitter about it, it's an interesting story, and I want to prevent other people from falling for something like this as well. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I've been Hollow, you've been you, and I will see you next time.